The question was for object interaction, do we have to hand build each one, or do we have a toolkit? Was that?
Yeah.
Where is Carl?
Right here.
Carl's back there. So Carl back there has written a toolkit in Unreal that will allow us to very rapidly implement stuff. So like this lantern that you saw, right? This lantern that you saw, based on the toolkit that he wrote, it took you, how long do you think the lantern took?
To get almost all the functionality was probably most of a day, like a work day.
Most of the work day to get all the functionality ironed out, and this was one of the first times we've used it, so this will get smoother as we go. But there's a lot of, I mean, the handles, I don't know if you can tell that, but the handle's actually a physical mesh that flops around and rotates. So yeah, toolkit, but each one needs a little bit of custom tweaks. All right.
Next question. We're going to go for about 5 minutes.
What sort of player navigation are you planning for Obduction?
The question was, what kind of player navigation are we planning? We're trying to really follow in the footsteps of Mist and Ribbon. So we're going to keep away from things like jumping. There's going to be no jumping. There's going to be no swimming. There's going to be no... The jury's still out on ladders. I think we're leaning towards no ladders, just because it adds some frustration if you miss things. We're definitely staying away from things like the Riven crouch. If anybody remembers this, you get blocked unless you click down and you have to crouch under something, and it's the only time in the whole game you have to do that. It frustrates some people. So trying to make navigation very clear and easy and at your own pace. It's not an action game.
I would say that.
Oh, right, sure. So in addition to free movement, we are definitely going to have a node-based navigation, which it'll still be a real-time game. You'll still have all of the subtlety in the movement that we're seeing now, but you'll be able to click to move forward, click to turn, click to interact, and it'll work very much like the original games. Or I guess Myst 5 had a version of it, and Myst, the new real Myst, I guess. Is that correct? Yeah. No. Okay. Can you sit? No, there won't be sitting. Maybe if we have a really cool chair. There will not be arbitrary sitting or dancing. No, this is not Uru. This is more in the line of a Ribbon style game. So.
Kind of a question more. How is it going to be inventory based? Can you carry your inventory? And also, would you be able to have an in-game camera to take pictures of?
First part of the question was, is there going to be an in-game inventory? I'm going to play it safe and say probably not. We're leaning away from that. Second part of the question is there going to be a way to take pictures in the game as a journal? And I think we're leaning towards yes. In this day and age, we love the idea of people taking notes and sketches and stuff for puzzle solutions. But we'd also like to give the opportunity for people to do that all within the game rather than having them fill out a notebook. Although there's something really cool about filling out a notebook. Clues. Right.
Two kind of technical questions. One, what program can you use for animation? If you use a program for animation. And two, what is your opinion on Unreal versus Unity?
The first part of the question was, what kind of tools do we use for animation? Basically, 3D Studio Max is what we use for most of our 3D production. As far as character animation, we're a ways out from needing to do any character animation, but we will most likely end up using Max. The second part of the question is, what do we think of Unreal versus Unity? Where's We really, and personally, I actually don't have that much experience with Unity. I haven't used it very much, but I can say Unreal is amazing.
And the support from Unreal has been
Oh yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. We've run into, it's still early in development, and we've run into bugs, and we've uncovered bugs, and we worked with them. They flew out here a few weeks ago, brought one of their top tech artists to basically hang out and answer questions for a day, just for the heck of it. So we're really, really happy with our interactions with Epic so far. So.
That's unreal.
That is what you got?
Will there be invisible walls?
Yes, but not in the bad way. So, basically the question is, will there be invisible walls? And so let me run up this path, right? This path is not detailed. I get to a certain point and things turn into blobland. That's just because I never, I didn't need it for the demo. I kept it constrained. But, we play some games where you see an area that you want to explore and you run up to it and you start hitting an invisible wall and you can't go any further. There will be none of that. Fly down here. But there are times where, maybe we don't want the player to jump into the ocean. So, in this case, we have invisible walls. So these red slabs are actually the same slabs you saw me using earlier. They just happen to not be visible in game, and they prevent the player from falling to their death.
One more question.
One last question. Oh, there's one.
Will there be a grabby hand cursor?
Will there be a grabby hand cursor?
Cursor's going through a design.
Yeah, jury's still out. We're trying to make the cursor be nice and elegant, so hard to say.
Okay.
All right, that is. Oh yeah, one more question. Bonus question.
Oculus Rift.
Oculus Rift.
Oculus Rift. Yes. So confirmed. Yeah. Anybody who followed the Kickstarter, that was one of our stretch goals that we hit. I have a Rift DK1 on my desk, and I use it every. I don't know about every day, because at this point it's mostly just to check scale on things. But we will definitely be supporting Rift. A few of us just got our DK2s this week, and I put it on for the first time 2 nights ago. And holy crap, have they improved that? The Rift is going to be a thing. It's going to be really cool, and we're going to support it. So.